Came a long way, real long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, and it's still that way, still that way, still that way, still that way. Woo, woo, woo. This not a drill. Bucket of ice on me, how should I chill? Watch how I know how I'm rocking, you know how I'm built. Still in the trenches, we out in the field. If she in her bag, then it's Prada Chanel. The is fake, for real. Still that way. Run up if you feel that way. You can get this work, but the work don't ship, cause it really don't feel that way. Seen a whole lot of rapping and a whole lot of get chipped like ice. The price just went up, the checks come down from talking that spice. Talk to me nice. You know I'm an east side, big TDE, step a whole rep, that. Top dog since top ramen now, steak and lobster with a shrimp, bet. Put a ribbon on it. Real, never switch that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, and it's still that way. For a day, live that way, that way. Came a long way, real long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, and it's still that way, still that way, still that way, still that way.
Wake up, get your in my makeup, get your fake blood, fake tough. Put your up for the princess. Rates up, jigs up, put your up, get your put your up. They that's tough. Pay up, get your rates up for the princess.
For bullshit me, she freaky. Dalai Lama, don't you cool it in a fan, but she get hotter than a sauna. Take a trip out to Japan and I Donna Benihana. I'm the new hip hop Madonna. I'm the new hip hop Madonna. I'm the Grace Jones. I don't know what type of they own. I'm like Carrie Bradshaw with a back brace on. I've been carrying you not for way too long. I'm a black stack. All beef gets smoked. I'm a real fly. You and coach. I'm a real very close. She was talking on the net. She want approach though. I got these. You a ghost. You a don't you stand on a post. Suck it up, stand up. Say the with your chest. You rocking over bones. I got digits to fetch. I can't do pictures. I'm too busy. I don't deal with the press. You the type to leave it broke, impressed. You look a mess. Broke, got you looking real stressed. These broke, think or fetch. Stay up, stay woke, stay blessed. You need to wake up, get your in my makeup, get your fake blood, fake tough. Put your up for the princess. Rates up, jigs up, put your up, get your put your up. That's tough. Pay up, get your rates up for the princess. Money in my hands. I'm in Gucci in a bonnet spinning bands. I got haters, I got fans, I got stands in the stands. Do they love her or they hate her? Either way they spinning bands. I could really give a, I could really give a long as you know what's up. It's Dolce, Miss D-O-E, Don Dada. You notice me. They like Dolce, you the Lulu, you a loose screw. She really giving in a voodoo. She swapped the old boy. She while she watching Hulu.
Wake up, get your in my makeup, get your fake blood, fake tough. Put your for the princess. Rates up, jigs up, put your up, get your put your up. That's tough. Pay up, get your rates up for the princess.
Man spit rhymes, man don't lie. Two step then the next fly. Dip, watching this shit sure as ask little bro if you think that I'm lying. Them man, hey, Kaya man, so fly. Like take two J1s and I'm nice. I thought my bedroom wasn't up, so I stopped, nearly pie. Quang is this, Quang is that, Quang is Marga. His head's fat, but I'm still king in this.
Greetings, everyone, from Atlanta. The Hawks playing host to an Eastern Conference game here on their home floor. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And, of course, Jalen Williams. And we've been keeping an eye on him. This is the time he's going through now with that new adjustment phase with his new team.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
And Miller with the block. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now Williams, following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. Williams can't get it to go. Here's Charlotte now. Here's Salong. Misses the three. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Nobody near Williams. Atlanta again missing.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
And it's Miller in the corner. Fires from deep. Rebound, Atlanta.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for him. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
And so here's Charlotte following Lou Dort's three. They set the pick. Ball with it. Williams picks him up. Clock at 4. And here's Miller outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Dort. Ball with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
To the left wing. Fires from 18. Rebounded by the Hawks.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Pass to Giddey. Outside, Dort. Here's the three. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Trains the three-pointer.
And it's encouraging to see Dort drop dimes like that, wanting to round out this part of his game.
Now, here's Ball. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Now, Giddey. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Right side, Williams. From outside the arc. The shot, no good. Good D by Miller. The Hornets trail. Left side, Ball. Miller with a wide open look. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass was coming.
For 3, Williams. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And Zawan gets it to go.
3 points. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Lift off, Mr. Dort. A one-way ticket to the rim.
Pass to Salon for 3. Rebound by Williams.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
There's 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Ball with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. The Hawks leading by 3. Williams fires. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. That's 10 points for Williams.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Miller inside, and there it is for him.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Outside Williams. No good on the triple. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Hawks on top. They're up by 3. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Puts up a 3. Carries it from 3-point range.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Here's Wallace. Pass to Thor. For the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
Now, here's Clark. Drummond the screen. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Wallace, right side. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Thor, no good. So it's the Hornets now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Drummond, a screen. It's a very good look and converts. 5 points in the game. The Hawks leading. Wallace outside. Pass to Thor. Takes a three. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Down low. Here's Drummond. Good for the basket. Starting. Off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That's where Drummond generates most of his offense. I mean, he's got a lot of moves in the low post.
Wallace outside. Williams next for two. Hornets with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Back to Covington. Five to shoot. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Atlanta leading by 3. The three. 4, no good. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. When I came into this league as a defender, I feel like the progression to shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Now, here is Miller. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
And here is Wallace after the three-pointer from Robert Covington. Outside, Williams drills it from outside. Williams has got the lead back up to 5 now for Atlanta.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Back to Miller. Just 5 to shoot. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Wallace attacking. Williams for 3. Williams missing again. .109 left to play in the first half. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
To the inside. And it's Drummond missing.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Here's Thor. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Back to Clark. Pass to Miller. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for the Atlanta Hawks. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got two of them to fall in that quarter. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Hornets trailed by 4. Ball feeling it out a bit. From past the arc, it's rebounded by Giddey. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. This one for 3. No good. And it's the Hornets ball. Outside ball. From deep. Atlanta with the rebound. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Outside, Dort. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Dort got the lead up to 7 now for Atlanta. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. Williams with the steal. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
It's all about effort with Dort. He's had nothing handed to him. When he wants something, this man takes it.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 5.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pass to Giddey. 6 to shoot. On the top of the key.
This is exactly where length and instinct combine to provide a stop. Ball doing it nicely at the defensive end.
Here's Giddey. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Salong. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. They set the pick to the middle. Williams with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Over in the corner, Dort. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Dort's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Hawks. And what stands out most, Clark, about Mark Williams, it has to be his rebounding.
Yeah, he's a glass-eating machine, and on a per-minute basis, he's one of the best in the league at corralling boards. But he's had a little bit of an issue staying healthy. When he's on the floor, though, he gives them a real powerful presence up front.
Hornets trail by 10. Outside, Ball. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Nice D from Williams. Atlanta leading by 10. Pass to Giddey. Now Shepard. Fires the three. Rebound by Alexander Walker. And so here's Charlotte. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? And development. Mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Dort. From outside, off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
There's the pick. Pass to Rizachet. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Rizachet's got himself on the board with three there. Giddey with it. Out to the right wing. Takes the three. Sinks the triple. Giddey's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Ball from long range.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
Dort misses. Hornets trail by 11. To the paint. Pass to Rizachet. It's rebounded by Giddey. It could go. And so it's Atlanta. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He was very fired up. He said, look, this is going to be a big win for us. We close this out, and we'll show the rest of the league who we are.
Thank you, David. Now here's Williams. Off target from three-point range. Pass to Drummond. Now here is Miller. Shoots. Second shot opportunity. Takes it out to Covington. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Covington's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Charlotte. Outside Williams. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
It's taken away by Wallace. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. And Williams with the stuff.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Drummond. Just 5 on the clock. Miller outside. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. The Hawks leading by 10. Williams misses in close. And again, the Hornets missing. Diversified scoring in this one for them.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Again, Williams missing.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That's foul number 2 for him. Out to Miller. Lets it go from deep.
Here in the second half, they're really struggling offensively. The missed shots continue to pile up and their field goal percentage way down.
Back to Williams. From deep three-point land. Another miss by Williams. Hornets trailed by 10. With the drive. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dog at offensive rebound.
Now here's Wallace. Pass to Thor. Sinks the three-pointer. Thor's got the lead up to 11 now for Atlanta.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
On the wing, Williams. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. 24 points here for Jalen Williams. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Hawks?
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And let's not forget how dominant they've been defensively. Great job of forcing some tough shots, often leading to blocks.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the score by Charlotte. Williams looking around. Lets it go with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. Clark outside. Miller backs for 2. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from 3, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
And it's good for 2. 26 points for Williams.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
Now here's Williams. From beyond the arc and then some.
Panic. I'll be like mechanic. Once she gon' keep coming back in. She be throwing that for the back end. I cannot come through the front with no back end. Who's a dummy, now she double back in. Please do not give me your heart, please don't give me your heart, I'ma crack it.
Keeping it ain't nothing. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down front. I got the whole block fucking. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down front. Nah, you know what this is. Tell them this is celebration, celebration. Where the barbecue pits and the mini bikes, mini skirts, tables. Who got big six? Where I'm from, we do concrete backflips. Flip fly, flip fly, flip fly back. Through the ghettos where I bring hip hop back. Real love me, they tell me the only speak for wayside of Central Bookings County up north. Said I should have it if Scarface passed the torch. That's how they feel, Jack. Look, this more than rap. This that project haircut in a cul-de-sac. This is where Jose reach a quota whenever I put a quote on the track. Keeping it ain't nothing. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing out public. I got the whole block bucket. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing out public.
From Compton to Baltimore, I'ma kill it. I buy a Morgan the minute. The public house, the plastic couch of a Section 8 tenant. The Regal window is tinted. The air conditioner broke, but I'm cool enough to ensure you my ride is an Eskimo, huh? And I peel off in the midst of getting my thrills off, and I thrive off in it.